Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising water signs, welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology. Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 17th, the Leo moon squares Jupiter in Taurus. Exercise caution today. Be mindful of any tendencies towards excess. Avoid investing in real estate, home decor or renovations. Also, refrain from risky ventures or gambling, as your judgment will be clouded. Females may experience discomfort in their womb, hips and lower back during this phase. On the 18th, the Leo moon trines the sun in Aries, indicating a period of overall happiness and success. Expect enhanced vitality, well-being and enjoyable interactions with family and romantic relationships. For singles, it's an opportune time to meet new people and go out on dates. On the 19th, the sun enters Taurus, marking the onset of Taurus season. A period of stability and sensory pleasures commence. This earthly sign emphasizes the importance of stability and comfort, as well as material security. Exercise patience as you await the fruition of your endeavors. On the 20th, Jupiter in Taurus is conjunct to Uranus in Taurus at 21 degrees. An extremely lucky transit, heralding a highly auspicious time. This journey is a big chance for you to be more independent, creative and courageous. Step out of what feels safe and explore things that can make your future brighter and bigger. For a more detailed insight into this transit, please watch my comprehensive video of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction and its impact on each individual zodiac sign and the house it falls in for each sign. On the 21st, Juno, the asteroid symbolizing commitment and soulful connections, goes direct in mutable Virgo today. This signifies a period of heightened discernment and practicality in relationships. Romantic idealization will wear off during this phase, prompting a more grounded approach to relationships. Juno's position in your natal chart shows your relationship preferences and underscores key themes related to commitment. On the 22nd, the moon in Libra opposes Mercury in Aries. There's a potential for profound spiritual insights tempered by a need for caution. Beware of potential disillusionment and erratic emotional responses that may lead to making impulsive actions or hasty decisions. On the 23rd, we have the pink full moon at 4 degrees and 23 minutes in Scorpio. It infuses the atmosphere with intense energy and passion. Expect sensuality and impulsiveness. Beware of disputes and vindictiveness during this lunation. Embrace the transformative energy of Scorpio by delving into your subconscious and confronting hidden truths. Utilize the potential for deep introspection, shadow work, and releasing outdated patterns. This will pave the way for personal growth and renewal. For a detailed insight into this particular transit, this pink full moon in Scorpio, please watch my comprehensive video and its impact on each individual sun, moon, and rising sign and the house it blesses for each sign. Please stay tuned in for my tarot reading to follow. Make our wave. Namaste! Grand Rising Water Signs, welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive in and unpack. Okay, you're mostly in the 9, but you're on the 5 as well. But the number you are rocking with this week is the number 6, darling dears. But we'll discuss the big cat first. Let's drop down and get our ego on. You are in the south, or moving towards the south. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This also speaks about spiritual movement or physical movement, because ones it represents your work, darling dears, as well as being highly spiritual, listening to your intuition and your discernment, possibly going south over the next 7 days. You're in the energy of the 9, darling dears. The 9 is the position for what? Reputation, darling dears, fame of some sort, or some kind of changing your income, darling dears, changing your reputation, because your reputation is everything, darling dears. Hang with 4 bottom feeders, you'll be number 5. The energy of the 5 is also representative of your health and your well-being, darling dears. So maybe you're going to have to take care of your health, or your reputation will affect your health, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. It also speaks about summer energy, darling dears. You may be a summer cat, or something significant is going to be going on for you during the summer months. Let's press on at a hot trot. The energy of the 6, as I said, this reading is about the number 6, so it's going to be in your 6th house, of what? Well-being. As I already said, you may have to travel towards getting a health checkup, darling dears. Maybe you're going to have to go towards a southwardly direction to find the help that you actually need. The energy of the 6. Your birthday could be the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th, or that's a significant date or number in your life. The number 6 is also representative of the master number 33, darling dears. Which means you are in what? Master manifestation mode over the next 7 days. You have a vision, darling dears, and your voice is going to be heard. It's going to elevate others in a profound way. Hence the reputation coming in, darling dears. Okay. With the energy of the 6, it's represented by the letters F, O, and X. The energy of the 6 is also ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, as well as the letters U, V, and W. So you've got F, O, X, U, V, and W. You are a natural born healer, darling dears, and it also speaks about the nurturing you must do unto yourself. Hence, the 6th house, the well-being, darling dears. It's also... Let me carry on first of all. Okay? Your luckiest numbers over the next few days will be the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Your luckiest days will be Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Avoid the numbers 1, 5, and 2. The number 6 is represented by the astrological aspect of a sextile. This means that you are going to be supported and expect harmonious relationships over the next 7 days. It's about you learning from your mistakes, finding balance in responsibility, darling dears. You're going to be extremely community orientated or family orientated. It's about you being more social. But as I said, your fame and your recognition is going to come from within this group. Because the 6th house is about your daily tasks. It could be your work. It's about some of you are going to be taking a different outlook on your body as well. A new diet, maybe a new hairstyle, a new way of dressing. But it's also about you being free thinking. Why? Because the energy of the 6th house is about I analyze. Somebody's going to be doing some form of analysis to heal themselves and in a natural way. Okay. It also speaks about a pet. Somebody's taken a pet. You need to take a pet for some form of examination. Somebody's taken training to become a veterinarian. Go for it, big cat. Why not? Somebody who's also going to be moving into the caring position or becoming someone's carer over the next 7 days. This could be from caring for a relative to having a new baby. That's when you become someone's carer for real, especially when they're hungry in the middle of the night. You know, when you've had a baby and you wake up in the night, they've woke you up, you're feeding them, and all of a sudden they do the kind of poop that you need to turn the light on, you need a basin of water. Listen, you are focused, man. Yeah, right. Let's press on, darling dears. The energy of the one is telling you to evaluate everything. In this evaluation of everything, darling dears, you are going to have to make a major decision. But Divine is tasking you with not making this major decision until after the next new moon. I'm just checking to make sure when the next new moon's going to be. The next new moon will be, it'll be on the 8th of May in Taurus, darling dears. Okay. Don't make, and Taurus is what? The second house of your resources, darling dears. Okay, this is why the decision is more than likely going to be something around to do with your money, your comfort, maybe in a partnership situation, because Venus rules the 2nd and the 7th house, which we've already brought up. So be careful with your major decisions. The energy of the 5 also speaks about some kind of stable foundation that you're creating. It could also be a business, darling dears. If it's a business idea, we had the energy of Venus, feminine energy. Get advice from a female energy over the next 7 days. Yeah, I love it. I don't hate it. Right. Let's press on. Let's press on. We'll get the energy of Venus to remind us of what we're talking about, or the energies that's being bandied around. Okay. Okay, bestie. So the energy of Venus comes through with love, and it comes through with the number 4. So the number 4 also points to what manifestation mode you've created or are in the midst of creating a stable foundation, a structure for yourself. The number 4 rules Leo as well as Aquarius energy. Venus is about beauty. You could also be an artist, darling dears. This is about you getting your work out there, being seen and heard for what you do, darling dears. Yeah, recognize amongst many. Okay. And the 6th house is about your routines, your daily routines, darling dears. But you're going to have a change in that situation over the next 7 days. The energy of the 6 also speaks about you are responsible, but it's also about you being a healer. But the healing has to start with self first. This is about your spiritual and physical as well as your emotional well-being. Focus on that over the next 7 days. Have that in the forefront of your mind in every situation. Okay, why? Because if you are calm mentally, physically and emotionally, darling dears, you won't make irrationally guided decisions, hasty decisions. All right, let's press on. Let's get your oracle ancestral message. This is the only one that came face up. You've got the Shaolin Master. Good golly and gosh, this is about moving in silence, but it's also about silent strength, darling dears. I feel as though somebody's it says be graceful in your movement and action as only a big cat can, but it also speaks about silent strength, darling dears. We are, after all, in the year of the dragon. This is about also protecting yourself against attack, because these are grasshoppers. They usually they come and swarm your harvests and things like that. Be careful of something overtaking you, darling dears, but it's also about you guarding your temper moving forward over the next 7 days. Let's get the book. Okay, Shaolin Master. Shaolin Master. is on page 64. Okay, that is the energy of a 10. So it's the renewal after the ending of a cycle, darling dears. For you to screenshot and read at your leisure or leisure. I'm just going to read what jumps out to me. Okay. You are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next, darling dears. Take the time, darling dears, to think. Make sure that you are not making decisions based on emotions. Take the time. Remember, more often than not, when you're making a decision, you are the one that will have the most to lose. Base of the deck, I can't make it up. The Medicine Guardian. Somebody needs to have a checkup, a physical checkup, but it's about you balancing out your well-being. This also looks like somebody's mixing their own herb. Now I'm being forced to go back to the book again. Okay. Medicine Guardian. The Medicine Guardian is on page 108. This goes to a 9, which again speaks about fruition. Maybe somebody's got to surrender themselves to some form of medication. Maybe it's natural medication, whatever it is. Or maybe it's giving up your idea around the medications, darling dears. For you to screenshot and read at your leisure or leisure. Listen to what is coming up within you. What is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. The extended message. You are being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. If you are working through something mentally or emotionally now, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you are working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to information that's coming to you that feels inspired, insightful, and warm. It will be supportive of your wellness. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you are on the road to revealing that wholeness once more. Baby, what did I say? Take care of your mental and your spiritual as well as your physical well-being over the next 7 days. And again, I said something significant. Maybe you're born in the summer, but you have something significant. Bees mean, listen, if all the bees left this Malkuth, darling, there's will be brown bread. So something of great importance is coming towards you, but it's something that you're working towards, or you will be seen as the go-to figure pertaining to certain information or commodity or an idea. Right, let's get a deck and press on. Base of the deck, we've got the Knight of Swords. So this is information coming towards you quickly, darling dears. But it also speaks about if you're going to make a decision. As the Knight of Swords, yes, you'd like to rush through, but Divine is cautioning you to what? Take an informed decision, darling dears. The Knight of Swords also speaks about someone or someone's getting over a heartbreak, something that they thought was a loss. But you're realizing that not everything you lose is a loss, darling dears. Take the L, the loss, and make it into a what? Another L, a lesson. The energy of the Knight of Swords is also telling us, darling dears, that you are most powerful when you take the time to think, because your mind is clear. You are acting amongst your own thoughts, darling dears, your own ideas. Somebody's also upset, feeling as though their parents are extremely strict at this moment in time. This also speaks about getting information or getting some communication or advice from somebody you deem to be either wiser and more mature. Okay. How is the finances and work looking for my water signs over the next 7 days? This one wanted to jump up. We've got the King of Wands. You're looking back into the past. It also speaks about being charming. Yeah, somebody was charmed by a past situation, but this is about moving on physically as well as mentally, darling dears. Yep, Queen of Cups. This is someone taking their loyalty on the road as far as their work is concerned. You're being intuitively guided to leave a situation. Yeah, you may have been there for some time, darling dears. Wands, when we see the Wands energy, darling dears, lean in, bestie. Lean in. It speaks about you feel as though, no, this ending to this situation is going to be wholly dramatic, darling dears, but it's something that you've been thinking about for some time, right? And you was feeling possibly stuck in a situation, a work situation, your finances. If it's a relation, oh, let me move on and ask that somewhere else, darling dears. But it also, again, King of Wands is pointing out the summer months. You may be born amongst the summer months or something. Maybe you started in this position in the summer months, but it's telling me that you're feeling motivated to move on from a situation. Yeah, being guided by spirit, darling dears. Something about plasma. What's going on? Is somebody doing a blood transfusion? Good golly and gosh. Yeah, but you're definitely moving on from a situation, but it's about you holding your vision. I'm getting the energy like it's a leap of faith, but this is a new direction, one which is going to be more fitting your station. You could be in the spiritual business, darling dears. But it's looking fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. We didn't see any pentacles, but it's about long-term vision. And when God say yes, who can say no? And again, the Hierophant is the second house. It's about your money, darling dears. And again, this is going to someone who is wiser than yourself. This could be counseling. It could be a colleague, a trusted friend, darling dears, and getting good advice. What about my single water signs over the next 7 days? We have the Eight of Swords. This also speaks about spiritual downloads, but it's about being you more clear-headed, darling dears, and being able to speak your truth, wanting to speak your truth. It also, swords represent the springtime, so yeah, you're coming through differently now, darling dears. You're feeling more optimistic about your future, but it could also speak about meeting of a mind, someone with a similar intellect, whether it's for a partnership, because dating is advised for you over the next 7 days, darling. It's time for you to get out to the new. Why? You've got the Ace of Swords. You're not about to be tricked off your flip-flop. What's that? Your common sense. Yeah, because you're manifesting a different situation. This is also travel, darling dears, over the next 7 days. Travel is going to be empowering for you, darling dears, but it also speaks about your words, your ideas are coming in quickly. That's a lot of cards. I'm not taking that. Clarify the Magician. Thank you. Yeah, 2 major arcana, Hangman. It's because you're changing your perspective, darling dears. This also, again, is pointing for you to what? Move out of lack, a lack situation, realizing that it all comes from what you think in the mind. If you believe you haven't got it, or you're constantly worrying about not having it, that is what you're going to have over the next 7 days. However, when God say yes, who can say no? This is 3 major arcana. Divine has a hand on your life, darling dears. You are moving towards a more happier season. Others are planning some kind of vacation or holiday. And yet again, someone's moving away from a partnership, some kind of a partnership. There was some kind of abuse, could be financial, but there are progeny involved in this situation. Someone is once and for all putting that past behind them, like a ponytail. The sword could also represent call action, whether it's a what's that word when you have to keep people at their distance? I can't. It's eluding me at this moment in time, right? A restraining order. Yeah, somebody, a restraining order, ending of a marriage, a situation, darling dears. Yeah, he was upset. Yeah, this is getting over the lack mentality, but you have to remember when you're with the wrong person. And again, this is someone who's divorced himself from a situation. Moving on, major arcana. This is 5 major arcana out of what? 7 cards, darling dears. Spiritually guided to move on. When we see 2 aces on the tableau, darling dears, it's about coming out of a difficult situation, but not realizing that there was going to be what? A happy ending. 11-11 fade. You're going to be meeting new people, making new decisions, But the sudden change in the situation is that you're getting over the loss of a situation that kept you stuck for some time, darling dears. It took a while for you to manifest this, but it's also about you realizing that happiness is an inside job. People are there to add to whatever you've got going on, darling dears, not continually put you in a position of lack. You've been in a situation where it's affected your mental, your finances, your physical health, everything, darling dears. Yeah, someone who is extremely disloyal. King of Cups on its forehead, darling dears. Behind that is the Five of Swords. There was a lot of arguments, fighting in a situation, one-upmanship. But this is somebody making a clean break, and it's for your betterment. Someone who's a single person is also going to be striking out as an entrepreneur, getting some kind of promotion. What about those in a couple or relationship, a partnership or relationship? Oh gosh. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups. One more card, please. Oh gosh, it's a very stressful situation, darling dears. This is a case of no true communication. Somebody's feeling as though they've wasted time and effort in a situation that was sexually guided. Yeah. Wow. Five of Pentacles. Someone's leaving a situation. 2 5s on a tableau. There's no talking to this person. It's like if you go to your partner or whomsoever you're in a relationship with, darling dears, they're not listening to what you're saying. They haven't taken heed. This is why you're going to take the initiative and leave a situation, darling dears. Possibly leaving with the progeny if you have them. Emperor energy. This is you being in your masculine energy, whether you are male or female, darling dears. Look, I told you, heartbreaking situation. Yeah, you're tired of living in your head, darling dears. But this is about you taking action for your own well-being. And it's the best decision you ever made. Someone is expecting you to stay in the situation. Yeah, somebody wants you to stay and continue to put up with the bull swanky, the gaslighting, darling dears, the lies. You can't even have a conversation without them saying, you want to cause an argument. Good golly and gosh, somebody's leaving for their betterment, darling dears. Yeah, balance out their mental health, their physical health, their spiritual health, and again, the energy of the 6. Tired of being in your head, scared to say what you want to say, and what you do say being taken out of context. Let's get a final deck. This is no longer putting up with what no longer serves you. Not prepared to take what. Just be in a situation just to say you have a partner. Good golly and gosh, that partner could be the shepherd of the devil. The reason why you've got no hairline. No confidence, blocking all of your blessings. You've got one life to live on this Malkuth, darling dears. 2 cards fell off the back end. Yeah, not today, darling dears. Somebody's cutting out a situation. And it also speaks about somebody wanting to argue with you over the internet, over the telephone. Don't do it, darling dears. Yeah, because you're going to block your own blessings. You have to remember, it's the energy that wherever you put your focus, it will grow, darling dears. And you can't focus on someone who is a shepherd of the devil. You're a soldier for the light. You deserve a new beginning. You was dealing with a narc. Sociopath that came through with no certificate from a psychiatrist, counselor, or exorcist, darling dears. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks. Thank you very much for your continued support of me and these messages. If you'd like a personal, hit me up in the Gmail. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat. Big cat wave.
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way. Winners never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.